Netflix is gonna die. Yep. So, despite them having some of the most overrated things in all of existence, Squid Game, not Netflix, Stranger Things, which is the whole reason why Netflix is popular to begin with, and of course, Wednesday, it seems that Netflix will be dying. Netflix has been falling ever since they released Cuties. We all know that thing existed. But Netflix, as we all know, is going to be banned 100 million people from using the site because, you're selling a password. Okay? How dare you sell a Netflix password with other people? It seems that the Netflix, like with other streaming services like Disney Plus, are digging their own grave. Streaming was supposed to be an extremely profitable business. Everybody and their dog was going to be streaming in the future, which basically is the norm now. But I think we're going to be seeing a kind of death in streaming. Of course, streaming is never going to go away. But Netflix, the biggest guy in streaming, is dying. Okay, Disney Plus isn't really doing too well. I don't know about the others. I know HBO Max isn't doing too well. And I know Peacock isn't doing too well. I don't know about the others. But all the streaming services are not doing too well. Okay? But here's another more ridiculous thing. Okay? Netflix has answered the question that if you watch outside of your area, well, I bet you can't use VPNs anymore either on Netflix. Because one of the big draws of VPNs is that you can watch shows and movies that were not available in your region. And I think Netflix is also cracking down on that one. That you must check in once a month, and that if you go outside of your home, travel, well, you have to give a password from Netflix. Okay? This is very ridiculous. Okay? This is why people... And I think we're going to see a surge in pirating, which, Netflix is going to lose a lot on that because pirating, there's a lot of sites where you have movies for free. You have you have Pirate Bay, good old Pirate Bay. Yeah, there's still a lot. I thought they went away, but... And of course, you have C Movies and other sites like that. You have 9 Anime, which I'm sure that site's going to get more traffic as Crunchyroll is not offering free episodes. It says streaming services, they are going downhill, okay? Of course, you have, they're plus like Disney Plus and stuff. A lot of streaming services have ads on them if you have the cheapest option. But that's if you get the cheapest option, okay? Streaming is going to get more and more and more expensive. What is the point of streaming? Okay, really, what is the point if streaming is going to be so expensive? Okay, Disney Plus, they're going to raise the price again. Because what can they do to make money? Okay, raise the price, obviously. Or put ads on everything. Because that would be... But people don't want to have ads on streaming services. It's an inconvenience, okay? The whole point of streaming is that it's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be convenient. You don't have to go to the store, buy or rent a movie. You don't have to, pay for, each individual movie and only each individual movie, okay? And of course, you have the whole argument of physical versus digital, obviously. But we're not really going to get into that, but as well. But yeah, this is just so ridiculous. Nobody is going to be using Netflix anymore, okay? But now we have the next question. What if Netflix goes bankrupt because of this, okay? Now we'll go into physical versus digital, okay? What happens to stuff like Wednesday, Squid Game, and all these movies and shows they pour millions of dollars into, okay? Of course, they'll be preserved on stuff like Pirate Bay and stuff, but what if the government starts cracking down on pirating like they did in the 2000s, okay? The only way to truly preserve these shows and stuff is to get by physical media. No site can shut down physical media. I mean, people don't realize this, okay? A lot of people don't realize, okay? For example, I have a copy of Sonic 2, okay? Sonic 2 is also available on Amazon Prime right now. But Amazon Prime can remove Sonic 2 at any moment. So if I want to watch Sonic 2, I will just watch it on the disc version because Amazon Prime can't take away the Sonic 2 on disc. They cannot. They cannot take it away. Amazon Prime can't come to my house and say, "Hey, you can't watch Sonic 2." Okay, they have no power over that. Okay, here. But Netflix, Salary a crackdown means you must check in once a month. And also, if you're traveling, you have to get a code from Netflix once a week. Okay? Once a week. Netflix, and I wouldn't be surprised if other streaming services do the same thing. Okay? Kind of like a wild trend of gaming. Okay? Once, like for example, paid for online. It started with Microsoft. And then a couple years later, Sony started doing it. And then it took Nintendo to do a decade, but now you have to pay online for Nintendo. And if you want to play games online for free, well, your only choice is to get a PC or play games on your phone. Okay? You only have to pay for online on top of that. And that's why single player games are still so appealing, okay? You don't have to pay extra money to play a game like Elden Ring or play a game like Halo Infinite's, campaign, okay? It really starts to make gaming more inconvenient because even if you buy games digitally or physically, you still have to deal with paying $60 a year just to have online, able to play games with your friends for a year. It's very, very inconvenient, but again, they're never going to get rid of it because, it makes Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony money. It makes them money, okay? We all know this, okay? As well, okay? It started with Microsoft, doing it with the 360. And then Sony saw how successful it is. And then Nintendo saw how successful both of them do it, okay? As well. Same thing with microtransactions, okay? I don't think Nintendo has really caught to microtransactions yet. But Microsoft, you have Halo Infinite with its, Battle Pass. I don't know if Sony makes multiplayer games. I don't really play games on their console. But those games on PlayStation with Battle Pass like Fortnite and stuff as well. Sony doesn't really make multiplayer games. I don't really think they do. But I bet if they did make a multiplayer game, like Call of Duty or something, I bet they would probably have a Battle Pass in the game, okay? And microtransactions is down the wire, okay? Okay. Yeah. And there's microtransactions are losing. I'm playing Resident Game more microtransactions. This is a bad game. This is a bad, microtransactions. I have always been against microtransactions. I do not think, but I think it's a bad idea, especially for full price games. Okay, yeah, but it's just sad that people are still willing to buy $60 for V-Bucks, $60 for Robux, $60 for Minecraft. And yeah, sometimes I do buy stuff, like if I want to buy DLC maps on Minecraft. Because I consider the maps on Minecraft DLC. I don't really consider, I consider that like DLC, okay? But again, wait, they do have microtransactions. Minecraft 3.7, okay? So even Sony is doing microtransactions. And, it's our fault. But again, just like paying for online, people still really still really buy all of these games, all these anti-consumer moves, but people still buy microtransactions, okay? Kids will buy microtransactions, wasting the parents' money, and a lot of people got broke with game microtransactions. And nothing, of course, has been done by our government to stop microtransactions in games. But you can see the same thing happening with Netflix and stuff, okay? Streaming has basically replaced the disc, okay? Or they need to buy movies, okay? Same thing with buying movies digitally. Not many people really buy movies digitally, okay? I think that's the same amount people buy movies digitally. For example, buying full movies on Google and stuff, because it's less convenient. You have to actually buy something. You have to actually spend money, okay? For example, look at movies on Google and YouTube, okay? Let's see. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, the first movie on here. Okay. How much is Puss in Boots on Google? Oh, it's the same money. It's $25. Same as the Blu-ray version where it's gonna come out on Blu-ray. But on Google, if you want to have this movie, you're gonna have to pay $25. There is no other choice. Okay. That's why people love streaming so much. Okay. You don't have to pay and own a movie. You don't have to, because if you have a movie on streaming, you do not own a movie on streaming, okay? And these people just can't grasp that, okay? Yes, you have to pay a lot of money, especially if you want to get a movie on day one, but it's still better than the alternative, paying $20 subscription, and especially if you don't watch movies twice, that doesn't really matter. Okay, but if you want to see a movie again, for example, for a movie that I watch frequently is something like Arena. Of course, since I have used a digital code, let's look up another movie that I only have a DVD. Okay, I only have a DVD. The Captain Underpants movie. How much is the Captain Underpants movie on here? Okay, it is $50 for the Captain Underpants movie. On DVD, this movie was like $5, literally $5. Okay, but it is $50 on. So basically, at this point, it is basically cheaper getting on DVD and Blu-ray, but you still have to buy a Blu-ray player, which can go from $40 to $60 as well. But you don't really need another one unless you smash it or something. But this movie is $50 on Google. Okay, this is why a lot of people stream movies. Okay, I think a lot more people still use digital copies because it's still more convenient than going to the store or getting up. A lot of people don't want to get up and put a movie in a disc player, or something like that, But again, a lot of people are not paid $50. They'll of course rent the movie, rent the movie because a lot of people usually only watch a movie once. But if you want to watch a movie over and over and over again, you're going to have to pay the money. And most people don't want to do that, okay? And what was Captain Underpants? Oh, wait. Captain Underpants, same thing with Rita, you can't find these movies anywhere on streaming, okay? The only way to get them is you have to pay for them, okay? And that's why streaming is not, the greatest thing ever. Because there's some movies, same thing with Arena. Arena, of course, you can watch it on cable, on FX, whenever it comes around. But basically, you have to watch it. You have to pay for it. You have to pay money. Because, Disney's not putting it on Disney Plus. You have all these weeks that went around, like, a couple years ago, like, in 2020, before you put it on Disney Plus. No, they didn't. You still have to pay money if you want to see this movie. You still have to pay money. Same thing with Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants could be a Peacock. It's owned by Universal. Okay? Peacock is basically Universal's streaming service. But they don't have Captain Underpants on Peacock. Disney does not have Alita on Disney Plus. Not every movie you want to see is going to be on streaming service. Okay? And that's people are like, oh, let's wait. Oh, yeah, it can be waiting forever. You're going to either have to rent it or pay it or buy it on Blu-ray. Okay? That's your options, basically. Or you have to or if you want to pirate it, that's the other option as well. Okay? As well. Those are the only options. But of course, if you want to do it the legal way, not the illegal way, but if you want to legally watch the movie, you have to pay, rent or buy the movie, or get the movie on Blu-ray or DVD or 4K. Those are your options. Okay? You can't stream this movie at all. It's something of like new movies. Okay? You're going to have to wait a while for them to come out streaming. For example, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish will probably come on Peacock, someday. But if you want to see the movie right away, and if you can't get to the theaters for some reason, okay, you're going to have to pay either digitally or you have to buy the Blu-ray and get it when that comes out, okay? But no, you gotta, and, of course you could go to the theaters, but the theaters are also pretty expensive, okay? They are pretty expensive, we all know this as well. And not everybody wants to fill up a gas, fill up a car with the gas prices now. I still think the gas prices have calmed down, but especially when it was bad, no wonder why some movies flop, because when the movies were flopping like that, it was also when, in this state, for example, gas was $6 a gallon, okay? That was ridiculous, okay? That was ridiculous. Why is this gas $6? But freaking Wisconsin, gas is $3 a gallon, okay? It's so stupid, okay? But again, the state is run by idiots. So I would say of Illinois, we all know it's run by idiots. Okay, people compare, before the fastest state, but then you have Illinois, which is randomly ran by idiots. Okay, but again, I think you can just complain about the government as a whole. I can make a whole 5-hour rant behind the government sucks. But again, this movie, Arena, or something like or there's so many movies that you cannot stream. Okay, there's so many movies that you cannot stream. Okay, as well. Of course, you can just buy them or do the evil way and pirate them. Same thing with this movie. This movie is even harder to get to arena because arena you'll still be able to find out the movie at the store very easily, okay, or buy it. But Kung Pao is very hard to get on Blu-ray. You know what you do? We have a Blu-ray version. There's a DVD version, okay. This is a more rarer movie, and the movie can go for, if the used versions go from $10, but some of the prices for this movie, okay, can go up to $40 for this movie if you want the disc version as well. But so, what about shows like Wednesday? Okay, yeah. Well, it is very, very likely that the not going to release this movie on Blu-ray DVD because they want you to watch the movie, of course, on Netflix, obviously, and they don't have any other choice. Some movies might get like, for example, they released The Boys on Blu-ray, which I was surprised that they released The Boys on Blu-ray. But again, if you like that show, you can buy it on disc now. It's not exclusively only on Amazon. For example, look at the Marvel shows. Okay, WandaVision. Okay, there's no Blu-ray version for that. Miss Marvel. None for that. None for that show. Loki. Nope. The Mandalorian came out in 2019. Okay, what if Disney Plus goes? And Disney is losing too much money at Disney Plus. There was literally no other way to watch any of those shows. Like if the Disney Plus servers are shut down, a lot of the Marvel and Star Wars shows, because Disney is a very stubborn company, or something like Barbarian. Okay, this is a movie they released in theaters. Okay, Barbarian made a decent amount of money, but Disney decided not to release the movie on DVD and Blu-ray. Okay. Despite the movie doing pretty well in the theaters. They released it on TV. But no, if you want a physical copy of Barbarian, tough luck. Tough luck. Okay. It's really sad that Disney is treating Blu-ray and DVD worse than every other company. Literally, none of the Marvel shows, none of the Disney Plus stuff, besides the Beatles movie that nobody talked about, is on Blu-ray and DVD. That's the only Disney Plus thing. Even Netflix, they allow Criterion to release their Oscar movies and stuff on Blu-ray and DVD. Okay, they did release Stranger Things for a while on Blu-ray and DVD. Okay, you're able to get the first couple of seasons of that show, despite how overrated the show is, on Blu-ray and DVD. Okay. Then we have Squid Game. They apparently have Squid Game on DVD. But they're all probably not official. Okay. But yeah, you actually can get Squid Game on DVD. Yeah. But you can't buy it because, yeah. It really shows that I think companies should really pay more attention to the physical media, because I think if these streaming services continue to collapse the way they are, and there's more restrictions on the internet, you're going to see a resurgence, a renaissance in Blu-ray DVD. Of course, for the collectors, you still have a lot of releases coming out. You still have a lot of smaller publishers getting movies out on Blu-ray DVD, especially if you love smaller titles. There's a lot of smaller titles that release that the whole business, you have new video rental stores going up that are basically taking the place of Blockbuster, because they gear towards collectors. They're basically a niche businesses. Like, for example, you have all these Blu-ray, DVD, and Blu-ray physical media stores that are basically meant so collectors can get Blu-rays, DVDs, 4Ks, Steelbooks as well. And the sad thing is there's so many Souls movies and, now locked behind a streaming paywall. And the only other option is to, of course, get them illegally or pay Netflix. Whereas a lot of people hate Netflix now. Netflix is becoming hated. Disney, of course, is hated. And HBO is, of course, hated. All of them are hated. So yeah, there's no real winning. So we're just watching the classic model streaming services, see what really happens. See, because a lot, millions of people still use streaming services, but I feel that streaming services are going to crash and burn. Kind of like the whole video game crash of 1983. I feel that's the same thing that can be happening with streaming services. With the streaming wars, of course. It's gonna be like the video game crash of 1983. That's what streaming is headed towards at this point. Okay, give it a couple years. Give it like 2 or 3 years. You know, I think at the end Amazon will probably be still around because Amazon Prime is not just a streaming service. Of course you get deals off of Amazon, which also out of the store. So if you're a regular user, customer of Amazon, that of course is more than just the streaming movies you get. Obviously, you know Disney of course may stick around unless Disney continues to tumble and fall. You're gonna have some of the bigger players like Discover, HBO Prime go to one service because Warner Bros. And Discovery are one company now, and you're gonna probably still have Disney be around. Putting out crappy Marvel shows that no one's gonna watch. You know, bullshit. Nobody wants to watch. You know, and you might have like one or two still around, like small services, and you probably still have a bunch of niche services still around. But yeah, I think it's weird the video game crash of 1983, but with streaming services. I think we're always starting to see the fall of Netflix, and I think it's just like domino falling. All of the others will probably fall alongside Netflix. So yeah, that's basically what this video. Goodbye.